Hey everybody, this is Comics on TV. I'm Josh.
And I'm Gigi.
And we're reviewing iZombie for the week, and the episode is...
Liv Gets Laid. Just kidding. It's actually called Dead Air, but I feel like that's what this episode should be called.
That's the most redeeming part of the episode.
It was very sexually charged. It actually starts off in the very beginning of this scene.
Find out about zombie libido.
Yeah, where you're seeing Liv up close, and I was thinking, wow, zombies do eat more than brains. But it turns out it's actually Lowell just giving her a really intense foot massage. But you see they have taken on a sexual element of their relationship, which is very interesting.
The whole episode is surrounding this, sex radio host woman.
Good morning sex.
I'm gonna be honest with you, in this episode in particular, I found it very predictable because as soon as she hears her on the air and she's kind of like, oh, listening to her, like, this chick's gonna die.
Yeah, I did feel like the murder case, you knew it was gonna be. So
and like she's gonna take over her personality of being like this sex addict.
Yeah, Sasha Arconi hosts this radio show called Good Morning Sex, and she has this girl that calls in and has been apparently calling in a lot called Cheating in Chattanooga, and threatens on air that she's gonna go after the slut that was sleeping with her boyfriend, and then all of a sudden...
And she also has the other guy that has another show or whatever across the way from her that she's got a feud with, and he was just a slime
But he was
ball.
also banging her, so he was kind of pointless. But the
Good
thing
for you, dude.
is, so this Cheating in Chattanooga gives out the license plate of the slut who's banging her boyfriend over the air and then hangs up, but it turns out it's the radio host's license plate, and then she gets electrocuted.
She gets electrocuted through the switchboard and microphone, which is a horrible way to die, and I don't understand how that would even work. They wire her right into a generator from the radio station, which nobody knows what's going on. It's very
when
interesting.
she's hitting her tagline, bitch, get a clue. But apparently, ironic. But so as it goes on, we see they interview the producer. Again, I do agree with you that I feel like this was a little predictable, that it turns out...
Oh, you got the intern girl, and then you got the producer, and oh, I love her. It's always the person that loves the person, like, oh, she's the best person. Yeah, you killed her. I knew the girl walked in the frame, I'm like, that's the chick who did it. What was it, Jane? Of course, spoilers. We're all
But the
about
breakdown
spoilers.
was they thought it was Kaylee because she actually was the Cheating in Chattanooga because Sasha had been banging her boyfriend Sam because Liv had a vision of it.
Yeah.
So she was the Cheating in Chattanooga. They figured it out because she'd also done a commercial edit in the same voice. But it wasn't her that actually committed the murder. It was the producer Jane, who was been blacklisted basically when Sasha found out she was trying to get jobs elsewhere. So she was going to take her revenge and take over the show.
Yeah, and you got Major in this episode. Major got an ass kicking at the end of the last episode, because the cops sucked the biker gang on him for making the cops. Yeah, whatever. Whole scene sucked.
Makes on a whole new meaning in prison.
So, could have been it's prison.
Could have been a little of that too.
So he gets his ass kicked. Ravi's there helping, waiting on him to get released, and Peyton is there saying that they have no grounds to hold him on. So Ravi's got this little connection with Peyton now, and it's a cute little thing. Major looks like dog shit. I mean, he's really beat up.
So Ravi goes to Liv for like a little bit of help, like, hey, help me up with your roommate. She's kind of a dick about it. She's pretty much like,
now she's eating the brains of this, sex therapist.
She's like, ain't gonna happen. She only dates like most eligibles. He's like, I'm a doctor and I'm like tall and British and I have nice teeth.
So there's that, and Ravi's also hot on the case of the zombie rat because they go in to look at it and they realize all of them are dead. There's one surviving one, so he's like, oh great, I've created the zombie rat. And he's scared to even hold the rat. Liv's fine. She's like, zombies don't like other zombie brains because they're rotten or whatever else it is. So Ravi's scared of this thing. He's wearing chainmail oyster shucking gloves to handle it. Towards the end of the episode, you see Ravi gets kind of cut by the mouth, so you don't know what's going to happen with him.
Yeah. I think that pretty much sums up the whole episode,
I mean,
actually.
for the most part, Major had a great line in this because when Liv comes to the door with him, he opens up the door and she's like, what happened to you? He's like, well, first rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. He's like, ooh. It was pretty funny.
And you do see that Lowell and Liv are now, like, they have this really passionate kind of,
they got a great,
sex, because she's eating these brains, she's like, oh my God, like, what's going on in our relationship? We don't have anything in common except that we're zombies. And he's like, who cares? We're zombies. Let's hook it up.
Yeah, they're zombie doing it.
Yeah, so she encourages Peyton at the end to go out with Ravi, so we'll see if there's a little love connection. It is exciting to see if this whole zombie bite is going to affect Ravi. I think it'd be cool if they made Major.
Well, you also have Blaine DeBeers. You see that he is in with the police department, supplying the captain or whatever else he is with brains. Important. That's a big thing. And Blaine's saying he's in control of them. So he's got him by the short and curly.
Right.
Basically,
and Major is obsessed with this case. He's been staring up brains. He's convinced these are human brains. He tells Liv, and she's like, oh no.
And they say that they found the remains of the kids because the captain moved them to the scene of the crime from the last episode, so they could kind of pin it on that. That's where where the lost children went, the weird religious people killed them, so they can kind of put an end to that and say this is where the missing kids are. But that was one part of it, and then you find out Lowell is actually getting stuff from Blaine as well. So when she eats the brains, shocker at the end of the episode, it's Jerome kicking and screaming in the back of Blaine's car.
Right, so
that's where they leave you.
Gross twist. So, and pretty, all around the board
predictable
episode. I hope you can
predictable
follow this
episode.
review.
That's what I thought about it.
Yeah, that's what
Tell
we both
me what
thought.
you think.
Yeah, comment at the bottom as always, please.
Like us on Facebook, give us a thumbs up.
And follow us on Twitter at @TheRealComicWow.
Absolutely. Subscribe on YouTube.
Please
You're probably watching us there already, so click the subscribe button.
We get delivered right into your inbox
and
every
Vimeo
week.
as well.
Yes, and Snapchat, ComicWow guys. I always point like a little too far this way, so
It's going to be over there. I'm taller.
Zone it out. Like
go on ComicWow.com. Start your free profile and interact with the rest of the comic book community. Tell us what you think on there as well. We'll see you on ComicWow.com.
You're welcome.
Hey Comic Wow fans, this is Josh from Comics on TV, and I have your chance to win this special iZombie statue from DC Collectibles. Yours absolutely free if you're the lucky winner. So go on our YouTube channel, subscribe, and also comment at the bottom of the video for the iZombie review for your chance to win. We'll see you on ComicWow.com. You know what? You don't get it. I win. You'll never win.